My name is Dan and I'm one of the DT evangelists here at Digital Tutors. In this video, we're going to look at a question from one of our users, Sean Smith 1989, on how to resolve an issue where a mental array architectural material is rendering our passes all black. So here to illustrate this, I have a very simple scene. Basically, I have an architectural material that I've applied to this torus knot here. So if I were to come in and just render this out, we can see that things appear to look okay here in the render preview. But if I come in and take a look at the render passes, I actually have a specular and a beauty pass here set up on this particular, in this scene. So if I open up, say, for example, the specular, we can see it's completely black. It's not showing up anything at all. Now, if I come in and take a look at the beauty pass, we can see that everything looks to be okay with the exception of our torus knot, which is where this architectural material is applied. And once again, that's showing up completely black. So how can we fix this? Well, the reason for this actually is because in order to render out using passes, we have to use a different material other than this MIA material X. If we come into Create under the mental array materials, we'll actually find right underneath the MIA material X, we'll find MIA material X passes. Now, if we notice on some of these other materials, such as the car paint, there's a passes here as well as the metallic paint. Anytime that we're using passes in our renders, we want to make sure that we're using a mental array material that supports the passes. So in this case, if we're using the architectural material, we want to make sure that we're using the MIA material X passes. Well, what if I already have this material created? Now, in this example, I actually just have a Chrome preset applied to this object here. But what if I had come in and made a bunch of changes to this material, and I don't want to have to go in there, create a new material, and then copy that stuff over to the new passes material? Well, we can actually automatically upgrade this MIA material X to a material that supports passes. Well, so if we open up the attribute editor here, let's go ahead and scroll down towards the bottom, and we'll find this little upgrade shader option here. So if we dial that down, we'll have a button to upgrade this shader to an MIA material X passes. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. Basically what it's done is it's created the passes and it's automatically copied any of the settings or any of the connections that we might have had on our old material and reapplied that to the passes material. So now that we have that, let's come in and do another render here. So rather than rendering through the render preview, I'm just going to come in and do a quick batch render here. And I'll pause the video while this renders, and we'll come back and take a look at the passes once this is finished. All right, our render has completed here, so let's hop over to an Explorer window where we can see our renders. So our master beauty, that's not going to be or have anything to do with our passes. This is similar to what we saw in the render preview window. This is just everything put together. So this renders out as we would expect. Let's take a look at the passes here. So we have our beauty pass. If we open that up, we can see that that's once again rendering out. So before this was all black, but now that we have the architectural material that supports passes, we're able to see the passes here in our render. If we open up the specular here, we should be able to see our specular pass. So here we go. So let's look at how we can upgrade our mental array architectural material to support render passes. Now, if you want to learn some more great rendering workflows, check out the Rendering Interiors with Mental Array and Maya course.